Let's go. Welcome to the SSN. Excuse me, do you have a ticket? Red flashed. The SS ticket. Great, welcome to the SSN. Also, put that away. Okay. So I know you can just skip to the end, but I like to actually fight everyone on here.
Me too.
Extra experience, extra cash. Even though technically I do have the Versus Seeker now, so I really don't need to. But you know, it's the genuine way to play it. That's how I play it.
Well, yeah, and you're not gonna. I don't think you can fight these trainers again after this, right?
No. Once the SSN leaves, that's it. This is a one-time dungeon, effectively. Of course, Pikachu got poisoned. Why wouldn't he? Of course, he got hit by that 10% poison sting chance.
Nidorans are quite annoying just because of that factor. Especially their poison point. Ugh.
Where is Brandon? Is he really taking that long to roll out of bed?
I don't know.
Let me go heal Pikachu real quick.
Maybe he needs some coffee. I don't know.
I don't think he drinks coffee.
Oh, I know. I just think it's funny because, like, usually that's what people drink when they want to wake up sometimes. Or I guess in this case, like the Mega Man energy tank or whatever, because, you know, he likes Mega Man.
He does indeed like Mega Man.
Brick Break! That's actually a really good...
It's pretty good to have this early on. I don't think I'd want to give it to anyone that I immediately have on my team, though.
Yeah. No, but I think that's a pretty decent move to get.
This is pre-Gen 5, back when TMs were not as plentiful as they are now.
Yeah. I also like the extra fact that, you know, it could... Didn't it break, like, Reflect and Light Screen?
Yeah, it breaks walls. Oh, look, another Nidoran.
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
But this is the one that Professor Oak specifically really likes.
Yeah. I mean, both of them are not bad. I just kind of like Nidoking a little bit more, though.
To be honest, Cars is one of the many movies I hope doesn't get a live action. If they start making live action remakes of Pixar movies, I'm gonna scream.
Oh no! Oh no! Please don't touch Toy Story, because that's already getting enough as it is.
There's no point. It's literally it's a movie about living toys. The humans in the movie are actually so like inconsequential. Like, there was only one Pixar movie that had anything remotely live action, and they integrated it well, and that was WALL-E. Where they showed, like the live action cast, like, in the past, like, during the recordings. But then the humans of now were animated because of how much they changed while in space.
Yeah.
So that was well integrated, because it wasn't intrusive. It just shows how much things changed. Like, it was...
WALL-E isn't definitely a good movie.
Yeah, no, WALL-E's great.
But yeah, it did make sense though. But like again, there's a time and place where it works and it's not off-putting, and there's just times where it's just like.
The only live-action remake that I could see at any point existing is Snow White. I got news for you. That actually just happened. That was the remake that came out before Lilo and Stitch, and it bombed. And I'm not even just talking about it being a bad movie. It bombed. Because here's the sad thing about these remakes. They generally do well in the box office because it's Disney and there are people that don't care. They want to go see it anyway because it's their childhood or what, or they're just Disney stans or whatever. So they'll see it no matter what. Snow White actually did terrible. It was a bad it was a bad movie, and it did terribly in the box office.
Hmm.
No, Snow White just didn't do well.
Mm.
Yes, Moana is the next one. I think is the next one getting a remake.
Oh no. Did I heard that people weren't really crazy about the sequel of that movie?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but yeah, I heard it didn't do that well. Disney in general, as of late, just has not been doing well. In terms of, like, their straight Disney stuff. Like, what they're known for. Like, obviously, Marvel's been popping off. Star Wars is still doing okay. But, like, in terms of what Disney started out with and what they're known for, no, they've been squandering it.
Yeah, because it's just really hard for me to, like, want to watch, like, a Disney movie, because I just feel like it's either going to be, like, a remake, as you said, or it's just not really...
Or if it is animated, it's gonna be underwhelming.
Yeah, because, like, all I'm seeing is, like, sequels. I mean, and not really too much of, like, just original, like, story or film.
Yeah.
You know, and especially with, and when I mean, like, sequels, they're doing that with, like, the Pixar end of things. Just like that, too. Like, you know, it's like they're not having any more fresh ideas. To see, like, oh, let's just make a sequel, or, oh, let's just do this, and...
Didn't Mulan get a remake? Yeah, Mulan got a remake some time ago, and it also did bad.
Yeah. I still prefer the 2D animated one.
Yeah, because there has not been a single live action remake that did better. That was better than the original. It's just none. Oops.
And it's not that, again, like, and I still didn't think we needed another Toy Story movie. Like, a Toy Story 5, I know is going to inevitably be a thing, but it's just...
That's whatever to me. I never saw 4, but I heard 4 did okay.
It was okay. But I think, in my opinion, 3 just, like, had the best closure or ending.
3 was definitely the book ending for sure.
But, because, like, it makes sense. Well, I think I just like, because it makes sense, and it's impactful and relatable, because, again, like, I mean, without really giving it away, but I'm just saying, like, it just, I felt like, again, like, I actually felt moved when watching that ending. Like, I actually was like, I actually felt like crying, because it was just like, it was just good.
If I'm honest, I don't mind them wanting to continue, like, the Toy Story franchise, but I feel like they should retire Woody, Buzz, and that crew. Like, if they want, because, like, that's the fun thing about toys. Toys can be literally anything. You can make them whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Why not make a new cast, like a new cast of toys with, like, a new kid, have them go on their own adventures and such. Like, that's all they need to do.
It's like a next gen kind of thing, you know, like.
I see no reason why they can't do that.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just that, and again, like, I just thought that they could have, like, just, you know, for the OG, I guess, like, from 1 through, you know, and 3, they could have just ended that, like, the way it did, but, like, 4 could have been, like, entirely new, again, as you said, it could just been an entirely new cast, entirely new thing. And I want to preface, like, that has happened and still been successful, by the way. I mean, Digimon does that.
Yeah. Well,
like, that's a good example.
A lot of series do that. I know okay, Digimon, I guess, is kind of an example since Digimon is an anime and such. But I guess movie-wise,
Yeah, well,
if you have a series of movies, is there any like movie franchise? No, Star Wars.
yeah,
Star
there you
Wars
go.
does that technically. Like it's all like within the same universe, and like there are some of the same characters, but generally Star Wars usually has new casts, depending on like what trilogy you're looking at. And Star Wars is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy yourself. What would it take for Disney to stop making the remakes? For them to stop making money. That's how they stop. And sadly, that's not happening because again, like I said before, there are too many people that just keep seeing them. Whether it's like they just show their kids as just something to put on for the kids to watch, or yeah, again, you're like a Disney adult who watch everything Disney no matter what, like. Because here's the thing about these live action remakes. It's like for the majority of kids nowadays, this is their exposure to new Disney movies, to Disney. Like the old stuff may not be readily available for most of them nowadays. And if the parents don't care, they'll just put on whatever for their kids. So sadly, these demakes are going to be an entire generation, like a whole generation's childhood. Think about that.
Yeah. Like I said, Disney is just like a fortress because it has a lot of money, but it's also like they're not gonna really go down like that easily, I guess too. So it's.
Oops. Messed that up. I messed that up. Great. Spectacular.
Oh, not smoke.
Switch to audio real quick. Disney is just such a mega titan at this point. Like, yeah. I don't think we're going to be seeing anything new out of Disney until, like, probably the next generation. Once, like, the next generation of people kind of start taking it over. Because the current one, yeah, they're not doing well. If he had enough moves, would you consider doing a moveset for Stitch? Yeah. Stitch has... There have been plenty of Lilo and Stitch video games. In fairness, do any of us really want Disney to go... Well, no, we don't want it to go bankrupt. We just want it to do better.
Yeah. That's the hope.
Because, yeah, Disney was my childhood, but I grew up with the animated movies.
Yeah, same.
Again, like I said, I'm a huge Lilo and Stitch fan.
Another sequel that I thought would have been nice. I mean, I haven't seen like a Ratatouille one. They kind of left that one like.
I don't think Ratatouille needs a sequel. That was like its own. That was like its own little nice contained story. And Ratatouille, I think, is my favorite Pixar movie. If I have to pick one, I love Ratatouille so much.
Yeah, same. Like I watched that movie more than once. Like even like when I was able to like rent it or just like have it. It was definitely rewatchable. It's definitely rewatchable.
I need to try like the actual dish Ratatouille at some point. Like,
Yeah.
because what is it?
Yeah.
It's just like a little concave of like vegetables, right?
Yeah.
Like sliced vegetables. Too bad they refused to learn from their mistakes when they remade. Well, in their eyes, I imagine what happened with Snow White was just a blunder, like, because again, sadly, the majority of their remakes are doing well, box office wise. They're making money, so like, if Lilo and Stitch also bombed, then that probably would have been enough of a trend for them to stop. But no, Lilo and Stitch did do well, so I don't think they're going to be stopping this stuff anytime soon, sadly. I will say this though. Here's the thing: their days on these remakes are numbered, because they're eventually going to run out of classic Disney movies to remake.
Yeah.
And what are they gonna do by that point? Start remaking like the lesser, get desperate and start remaking like those old animated Disney movies that didn't do as well, like Sword and like Black Cauldron, Atlantis, like Treasure Planet. Are they gonna start remaking those? Even though while I personally like those movies bombed originally. Like those movies did not do well originally.
I liked it, Atlantis and Treasure Planet. Funny enough, BJ, I've actually heard that there was gonna be a planned sequel for that, but because, like you said, because it was kind of bombed, it never happened. But there was like a document.
So eventually, they're going to run out of remakes to make, and once they reach that point, literally, I think their only chance by that point, or either to just start making original new movies again, or to make new animated movies. What? Only for them to make a live action remake of it later on again?
It sounds so bad when you put that predictability. Like, it's.
Oh, actually, you know what? There was one other remake that I did like, and it was Pete's Dragon. But I actually forgive that one a little more, because that movie originally was live action. The dragon itself was hand-drawn cartoon, and here they made it a CGI dragon, but I actually still liked it. Like that one I did still like. So no, the Pete's Dragon remake, I'm not going to call it a live action remake, because again, the original was already live action, but the Pete's Dragon remake, I did enjoy myself. I did enjoy as well. Disney are gonna either resort to more sequels or just more remakes. Well, like I said, they're running out of What are they gonna start doing? Are they gonna start remaking the remakes? Could you imagine?
Remaking a
Become the Chinese whispers of movies, where like they just keep remaking the same movie over and over and over again until it completely loses what the original was.
It's so bad. That would be so terrible. And then we can look back and say, like, yeah, remember when they remade this? Like.
You know what I'm actually really scared? I brought this up a few times before. One thing I'm actually scared of right now in regards to these live action remakes is how are they going to affect Kingdom Hearts? Because I am now fully expecting that Kingdom Hearts 4, the worlds you travel to, are going to be the remade version of worlds Sora's been to in the past. And I'm just sitting here like, oh no. Considering the context of what's going on in the story and how like there's this whole thing about like reality and fiction going on, that makes the most sense, and I'm mad that it makes the most sense.
I just hope that, you know, that it does good, because I know that I know how people and fandoms can be sometimes, and
You don't think they'd affect Kingdom Hearts? Oh, bro, don't rule anything out, man. Because we've yet to see, like, any of, like, what's going on, like, world-wise in Kingdom Hearts 4. The most we know right now is that Hades is coming back. But it should still be normal Hades, like the one we've seen in Kingdom Hearts up until now. Because I do also know that that Hercules is in the works of getting a live-action remake, sadly. But at the same time, I would like to imagine, since Kingdom Hearts 4 has been in development for some time now, that any live-action remake that happens in today's day and age will not affect the final line of what's going on in Kingdom Hearts 4. Actually, you know what the real move should be? Where's my animated remake of Pirates of the Caribbean? that's the real move. You can't make a live action remake of Pirates of the Caribbean, can you, Disney?
That is, you pull up a valid point, BJ. You pull up a very valid point.
They could just make a remake though, like a worse remake somehow.
I know, but it's like. It would be so bad because like Johnny Depp is good and like because I don't think he'll probably want to like come back, and so it's like you're gonna have to find somebody that's like just as good, and that would be hard, but you know,
yeah,
depending. Well, again, depending. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're gonna have to find somebody just as good of a talent as Johnny Depp or somebody, you know.
It is what it is on that front. Live action Kingdom Hearts remake. I will just say this though, like, the day they start giving us live action Mickey Mouse, that'll be it. That'll be the day the world burns.
Oh no!
You cannot.
I don't.
You cannot put Mickey Mouse into live action. Come on.
Oh no! Oh no! I don't even like that thought. I don't even like that thought. I don't know why I'm laughing. Maybe because like because it's bad. Probably it's bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad it's funny. Maybe that's how. I guess that's why I'm thinking it's so bad that it's funny.
Thing is, I'm interested to hear that the Lilo and Stitch remake didn't do well. I knew it would be a carbon copy regardless, but I was like the premise could have worked better in live action. Well, that's just it. It was the same story, but it wasn't really a carbon copy. They shilled it. Is kind of what happened there. If you remember in the original Lilo and Stitch kind of had an undertoned message about kind of the dangers and the harmfulness of like tourism, the tourism industry. And this movie decided to go out of its, and the remake decided to go out of its way to try to like be like, oh, tourism's great. Come to our Disney resorts in Hawaii. Effectively. Oh, great, a double teaming Pikachu.
Oh.
Okay,
oh.
I got him.
Yeah, I remember the double team spam shenanigans.
A Cars world in Kingdom Hearts? I feel like they'd be awkward.
Yeah.
Like, it'd have to be like a purely minigame world.
Yeah.
Like a racing world or something like that. But like, it can't really be anything else beside that. I don't remember that from the original. Oh, the tourism thing? So yeah, so like, you know how like, in the original, Lilo had this habit of taking pictures of the tourists and such? She did that as kind of a parody on the fact that tourists tend to like to take pictures of native Hawaiians. There was also a deleted scene as well, that didn't make it into the final movie, where, Lilo, like, scared a bunch of tourists off the beach, and then got in trouble with Bubbles, and her reasoning was, and I forget the exact words, I'm gonna butcher this, but, like, she effectively just plain out says, you know, about how, again, I almost don't want to say, just because I don't fully remember it. I'd have to go back and watch. But yeah, it literally just type in Lilo and Stitch, deleted scene. And yeah, you should be able to see it. Because yeah, Lilo and Stitch, despite how well and how successful it came out like, turned out, had a lot of cutting room kind of changes onto it. Like for those who don't know, yeah, it was originally, the ending scene where, you know, where, like, it showed them all flying in Jumba and Pleakley's ship to chase after Gontu to save Lilo. They were originally not in, like, a red ship. They were actually in an airplane, like a proper airplane that they stole. But they changed it because because during the development was when 9/11 happened.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I know, like, the whole fight scene between Stitch and Jumba inside Lilo's house was also very changed, too. It was originally, I guess, a lot more violent, quote-unquote. Like, there was a lot more shooting going on. And it actually ended with, if you remember how it ended in the original, it ended with, Stitch plugging up Jumba's blaster with a carrot. And they were literally hot potatoing it until it finally exploded. Originally, they were the reason for the explosion was that Stitch started a gas leak. Like he like, turned up the nozzle and like held forward like a gas pump, which Jumba smelled, so he knew what was happening, but he still decided to go through with it because Jumba's just crazy. And the moment Jumba pulled the trigger on his blaster, it set the gas off and just blew up the entire house.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So some of you might actually, if you go back and look, you'll notice that Jumba's appearance in the latter half of the movie, he looks a little odd. Like, his head looks a little bigger than it did in the first half of the movie. That was because of the changes that they had to make. Disney XD Worlds in Kingdom Hearts. I mean, we almost had that. Well, not almost. The closest we ever had that was in Birth by Sleep. Because there's actually a fight against Experiment 221 Sparky in Birth by Sleep. So that's probably the closest we're ever going to get, at least up to this point, of like something not in the original movie, but was instead shown in like a sequel thing being shown in the movie. Or being shown in Kingdom Hearts, sorry.
Right.
Bonjour, Red. Imagine seeing you here. Red, were you really invited? So how's your Pokédex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. I crawl around in grassy areas and look hard for them. Good for you. A Gravity Falls world in Kingdom Hearts? That'd go hard.
Oh, yeah. Ah, that Pidgeotto.
Now he's in love with me. Didn't Disney XD die or something? I don't know. Yeah, as of now, we still really don't know much about Kingdom Hearts 4, so we'll see where it goes. Dang it, Jigglypuff.
it's like we just know it's a thing, and we still don't know not much of it other than what they're just wanting to share.
A Bill Cipher boss fight. Even if they're okay, now that you put that into my head, even if there isn't a Gravity Falls world, I would love just even like an optional super boss against Bill Cipher. That would go hard. You're right. I would love to fight Bill Cipher in Kingdom Hearts. That would be amazing. Yeah, it's like I remember being like back in middle school and high school, like thinking about all like the fun worlds that could have been in Kingdom Hearts back then. I remember at one point I really wanted like for Kim Possible to show up in Kingdom Hearts. That would have gone hard too.
True.
Kim Possible was goated. I loved that show as a kid.
Yeah, same.
If they remake Steamboat Willie, I mean, technically it's already kind of getting remade if you think about the fact that it's not public domain and people are now making the horror movie versions of it. So you know, that is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I remember that.
Big oofles there. War Turtle versus War Turtle. Who wins the turtle battle?
Ooh.
I mean, if I keep flinching him, I'll be the winner here. Clearly. I was hoping for 3 in a row. Could you imagine?
Darn.
Oh!
Man.
There's that third one there.
We'll count that.
It's a bite battle. And now he's dead. That's the ultimate kind of flinching.
They became snapping turtles.
Could Bambi get a live-action remake? I think it already is. I think it's already in the works.
Oh.
I heard there was a cut master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. Cut itself is really useful. Yep, it'll be handy. You should go see him too. Smell ya! Stop smelling me, you weirdo. Shouldn't have looked. Oh, I feel hideous. Oh, seasick. Bro, why'd you become a ship captain if you get seasick? Oh, thank you.
That
I
is
feel
a
much
good
better
question.
now. If you want to see my hidden cut, technique? I could show you my prized cut technique if I weren't so ill. I know. You can have this hidden machine. Now we can cut things. Cut the chop down small trees. And we will teach that. Oops. Yeah. Teach that to the Farfetch that I just got her before. You think we are getting a Star Wars world in Kingdom Hearts? It's very possible. The question is, what trilogy would they base it on? Because I don't think they'd bother doing the original trilogy, or not the original, episodes 1, 2, and 3. I don't think they'd do that. It'd either be episodes 4, 5, and 6, or 7, 8, and 9. It really depends. And I only say 7, 8, and 9 because that is the more recent one.
Yeah.
Like, ideally, they do 4, 5, and 6, since that is the classic. That is the OG. But because 7, 8, and 9 are the modern ones, those are still very much on the table, too. And it really just depends on what they want to do with it, too. We'll see. Though a Darth Vader super boss would also go very hard.
It's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Maniac, because the modern one is a Disney version of the trilogy. It is Disney. I feel like Disney would want to prioritize that one, but again, who knows? Now, before I go face Lieutenant Surge, I would like to make my way through the tunnel. Diggle's Cave. Where are the Diggles at? It's a Diggle! If it... Rude. A Mandalorian summon? Oh dear. I probably should catch a Diggle. Just to add to the decks. Or there's a Doug Trio. Level 31! Oh, I'm cooked. I'm about to die.
Oh.
Actually.
Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait.
It's over.
Wait. I might be okay. Well, no, War Turtle is definitely dead, but I might be okay because I'll just switch into Farfetch'd after this. Oh no, wait, no. I think I'm good. So long as it doesn't dig, and so long as I don't miss. So long as I don't miss, War Turtle! Okay. Wow, I'm surprised I'm alive. I'm shocked, actually.
Well, I mean, this is good. This is good, though. Good XP.
Diggle. We'll catch this Diggle.
I've heard it has feet. Did they ever show what the feet actually look like?
No, that's one of the great mysteries of Pokemon.
The world may never know.
Surprised we made it through there without another encounter. Cool. Alright, so real quickly I'm gonna head down this way. A fainted Pokemon has no energy left to battle, but it can still use moves like Cut outside of battle. Good for you, I guess. I'm looking for the Pokemon Abra. Want to trade with my Mr. Mime? I really don't want a Mr. Mime, thank you very much. Kind of a downgrade, to be honest. I could have an Alakazam or even just Kadabra. Both are better than Mr. Mime. I'm one of Professor Oak's aides. Let's see, I'm supposed to give you a reward. HM5, you got at least 10 kinds of Pokemon. I certainly have. Thank you kindly. We now have Flash.
Flash.
I will give this to Boopachu. Get rid of Tailwind. I'd love to see a Wally world. If they want to make a Wally world, actually, I think they could do something very clever with that if they wanted to. They can make it where they change the reason why the ship is in space and why humans had to leave Earth. What if the reason in Kingdom Hearts they leave Earth because it got destroyed by Heartless?
You know, that could.
But then that was like a world that was taken over like maybe like one of the earliest worlds that was first taken over by the Heartless. So that's why they've been in space for so long. That'd be fun. so real quickly while we're at computer, gonna head up here, break into the museum through the back door. Shh! Listen, I need to share a secret with someone. I think that this chunk of amber contains Pokemon DNA. It would be a shattering scientific breakthrough if Pokemon could be resurrected from it. But my colleagues just ignore what I have to say. So I have a favor to ask. I want you to get this examined at the Pokemon lab somewhere. Where's that somewhere? We won't know for a few hours. A number of hours, actually. Quite a number of hours. A lot of hours. I don't know how, but imagine a boss against Otto from Wally. Okay, so here's my vision, Maniac. Here's my vision. So remember how Otto in the control room does this thing where he can like retreat into the ceiling and then reappear in certain spots? So imagine the boss fight is actually more of like a gauntlet, where like Otto himself is constantly like summoning like robots or even Heartless or whatever to attack, while he himself is like moving from like place to place in the room. And while dealing with the Heartless, you also have to kind of like keep attacking him until you can finally subdue him enough to be able to change him to manual mode. There's the vision. And then of course Eve would be like your battle partner in that world, because Wally doesn't fight. Eve fights though. Eve is an easy like Kingdom Hearts Disney partner.
Yep.
No, a Wally, especially, just imagine how fun a world would be moving across like that ship. The ship, like the ship, like all those corridors, those giant like resort areas. Like, I think, yeah, honestly, yeah, I'm down for it. A Wally world in Kingdom Hearts would be so fun. It's set up perfectly for it. It really is.
I agree.
Uh-oh. That might hurt just a smidge. How would Sora, Donald, and Goofy work? Them as robots or immobile beyond belief? No. They wouldn't need to change forms in a Wally world. There's humans there.
Right?
And again, you're wondering, well, what would Donald and Goofy look like? They're not humans. No one cares. Literally no one cares. Donald and Goofy have gone to so many worlds where there are not talking anthropomorphic dogs and ducks. No one cares. Like, I've always kind of just imagined it as like a thing where like, while Donald and Goofy are in those worlds, like, one of two things. Either one, I'm about to get cooked again.
Oh no.
One, either, as I die, it's just a thing where it's hand waved. No one actually cares. It's not that big a deal. Or two, while they're in those worlds, other characters just see them as human. Like, some magic's going on or whatever, and they're just seen as human. It's not that, so it's whatever.
They have a special, I guess, privilege or status or whatever. They're a special case.
Well, Wartortle's dead.
Oh, no.
Let's see if Ivysaur can do anything here. Push comes to shove, I'll bring up Farfetch'd. I don't think this thing can hurt Farfetch'd. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, especially if it just mostly has ground moves, you know, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, because I've only seen ground moves out of it. Get out of here. Charmeleon, no! There we go. Okay. Heal up right quick. Okay. Now let's go fight Lieutenant Surge. And spend probably 2 hours trying to find the stupid switches!
Oh, yeah. Notorious for that, by the way. That's notorious for that.